everyone. First of all, am I audible? Yes. Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Ashim, for such an introduction of mine. I'll take you through the supply chain part of my discussion today, of our discussion today. It would be, can we have the slides on, please? Yeah. So, it is actually a matter of privilege for me to stand in front of you all. And actually, welcome has been done, but I also want to personally thank you and welcome you all to this ceremony, which was very long awaited. Before we go into the details of the supply chain write-up, a quick disclaimer for today. It just doesn't apply to the supply chain part, but it also applies to the rest of the other presentations. Whatever numbers, figures we would be talking about today are the best estimates that we have made. So kindly consider as the best estimates for the future. Over the years to come, there might be some changes which are purely out of our control. So for example, customer schedules going up or going down. There could be some regulatory changes happening over the period, over the next few years. That might impact our numbers. So kindly do consider that and acknowledge that. Apart from that, there is one request. We have got some information which would be confidential to the business with Spark Minda. Kindly, you need not to take pictures of any of these slides. If you need any details of the information being populated here, we would be happy to share it with you at a later stage. Kindly feel free to speak to us. We are all here around you. Whatever information you need, we will be happy to provide you. So with that said, let me start. Next slide. Sorry, I will be doing it. I forgot. So here in my conversation for another 20-25 minutes, I'll be taking you through a brief introduction and brief of Spark Minda. Maybe some of you may not be fully aware of what we do, how we do, and how we are organized. So I will take you through our company's introduction, starting with vision, mission, and values. From there, I will take you to the trends, business-related trends, which would be of great interest for you, as we will share some of the progress that has happened in the last 2 years, plus another 3-4 years that we are seeing for ourselves. Apart from that, we will also share 2 very important initiatives that we are conducting in supply chain domain in our company. It would be very nice for you to hear that, because some of that or maybe all of them are of great business interest between you and us. So please hear it out. Other than that, finally, I will also set up the expectations in terms of business relationship, also in a very holistic way. So those would also be some very insightful details as to what we expect from you. The expectations would keep coming to you, but what I would focus mostly on, as the theme says, would be the cost and quality. Okay? Let me start with the vision first. Our vision is to be a dynamic, innovative, and profitable global automotive organization for emerging as the preferred supplier and employer, and to create value for all stakeholders. All stakeholders, as we all know, include supplier partners. So in this vision of ours, you are also included. You are a part of our vision. Our mission is to be an automotive system solution provider and build a brand recognized by vehicle manufacturers progressively all over the world. So this is our mission. And finally, the values, which are most critical and are guiding lights for us. First, business core value is commitment to stakeholders. We value the commitment, we seek commitment, we give commitment, and we value it. So that's our first core value. The second is passion for excellence. Excellence is something that we always strive for. Third one is open communication. It is always good to be communicating and openly communicating in a transparent manner. So that's our third core value. Apart from that, integrity and fairness. This is the fourth and perhaps the most important core value that we expect all of us to always remain compliant to. So please give it the highest priority. Nurturing talent. This is another very important core value. Competency and willingness. Respect and humility. I think these are very important core values for us, and we expect our supplier partners to remain aligned with us in these core values. Most importantly, the integrity and fairness. Let me also talk about a little bit on how we are structured operationally, technology, and process how we have structured ourselves from technology, process, and product standpoint. So first, we have divided ourselves into 5 verticals. The first one is the mechatronics, which is the biggest vertical, as you all know, as some of you may be knowing. Mechatronics is further divided into divisions. The biggest division of BV1 or business vertical 1, the mechatronics vertical is SSD. We call it SSD division, security system division. The second is the die casting division. We also call it DCD. The third one is the starter, motor, and alternator. We also call it SMAD. You might be hearing these names from whomsoever you speak to in our company. We also have 2 companies outside of India rolled up to BV1, which is mechatronics vertical, Vietnam and Indonesia facility. We also have one JV, Minda, which is rolled up to BV1 and is a very significant organization and company for our business. The second vertical is wiring harness, which is also called BV2. The third is the plastics and interiors, which we also call it IPD. The fourth one is the aftermarket, and the fifth one is electronics and advanced technology vertical. Within advanced technology vertical, electronics and advanced technology vertical, we have got 2 companies lined up to this vertical. One is Minda Corporation Limited, and the second one is Minda Instruments Limited. So these are the 2 companies rolling up to BV5. I'll also like to take you through our product portfolio. The BV1, which is mechatronics vertical, we offer to our customers smart key systems, die casting parts, PEP systems, immobilizers, PLG systems, alternator, and starters. From our business vertical to vertical, we offer our customers wiring harness systems, connection systems, lightweight solutions, also PDU and HV connection systems. From BV3, we support for the interior plastics majorly. Air vents, cup holders, glove box, oil sump are the products that we mostly supply to our customers. Aftermarket is the vertical we call BV4 or business vertical 4. We offer primarily BV1 and BV2 products through our aftermarket vertical. The BV5, which is also called advanced technologies vertical, consists of instrument clusters, sensors, antenna products, ITS, body control modules, telematics, power electronics, and products like that. So these are our products in our verticals that we offer to our customers. From a customer base standpoint, as you might be noticing, we supply to almost all segments in the industry, be it passenger vehicle, commercial vehicle, tractor, rail, off-road, tier 1s also. Apart from that, we also are in 3-wheeler, 2-wheeler space. Electric mobility is something that is one of the most promising area for us and most focused area for us to grow in the future. You will see a glimpse of it while I speak on other slides. Can I have a glass of water, please? Some water. Next, I think this is something that we are very proud of, our awards and achievements that we have made. Our customers have been very kind, and we are privileged to win awards from almost all customers that we serve. Some of the customers have been giving us awards repeatedly year over year. As you can see, Bajaj has been in that category of awarding us year on year awards. We are in the category of the most preferred supplier in many of our customers' domain. Excuse me. I'm sure without your support, we would not have been qualifying for these awards. So thank you so much for being with us and helping us to achieve these awards. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is the trend thing that I was talking while I started. As you see, I'll try to, this doesn't come. So as you see, in the year ending 22, financial year ending 22, our sale was in excess of or close to 3,500 crore, which has grown to roughly 4,300 crore in the previous year. We expect to grow with a percentage of CAGR of 20 to 25% year on year. That's okay. So by the year 2025, we would be almost doubling our revenues with respect to the previous year. Similarly, the growth on the spend side, which is on the right side of yours, our purchasing value will also continue to grow likewise. So for example, we are at 2862, it would be in excess of 5,000 crore by the and year ending 26 financial year. So these are very big numbers, or it is a very promising number that we are targeting. And I'm sure there is a great deal of opportunity for each one of you sitting here, as I am going to talk about some commodity specific insights as how the commodities look like in next few years. The growth of the commodities is very, very promising. On the left hand side, the commodities which are in excess of, or which are around 2000 crore or more than 1000 crore have been populated. You can see on the left hand side, we have got four major commodities. The biggest commodity is wire and connecting systems, which will go from currently it is about 1000 crore rupees of annual turnover. It will move up to 1800 crore or 1700 crore turnover in next 2 to 3 years time. So it is almost about two times growth, or we will be having 2 times the spend value that we have today. Similarly, with the raw materials, which is another very promising commodity for you as well as for us, we will be moving from 800 crores to 1200 crores, another 1.5 times, more than 1.5 times growth in over next 2 to 3 years. Similarly, on the electronics is something that is very, very extraordinary. I will talk about it in greater detail in one page exclusively. This is so important a commodity for us. But as you see, we are tripling our spend in next 3 years time, from 250 crore-ish to about 680 crore or 670 crore. It would be more than 3 times, or will be roughly at 3 times. The lock parts also will grow consistently. On the right hand side, the commodities which are roughly at around 300 crore in FY26 are populated. Please have a look at it. The plastic part commodity is going to go up to 300 crore-ish from 150. So all the commodities on the right hand side are also growing by 2 times, be it plastic, be it metal fastener, or be it sheet metal, or any other, the commodities classified under others. So we are growing almost by a proportion of 2x in next 3 years. On electronics, as I said, we will be talking little exclusively on electronics. We are going to witness approximately 35 to 40% year-on-year growth in electronics, and so will be the growth in the electronics purchasing. In the previous years, so for example, the year that has just passed by, we have purchased about 250 crore, which is going to be in excess of 650 crore in FY26. If you see, it is a growth roughly. If you calculate also, it will be around 40% year-on-year. But then, as they say, more is expected from those to whom more is given. So there are expectations also. From our strategic partners, most of you are here today with us. So I think there could not have been any better opportunity for us to communicate as to what we expect from our strategic partners. The number one is business relationship with a longer term partnership kind of mindset. We are not going to be in electronics for a year or two. We are going to grow, in fact, by 2 times, 3 times in next 2 to 3 years. So kindly work with us with a long-term partnership perspective, not with a short change or short-term kind of a business relationship. That is number one expectation. Rest will follow. If we target our relationship to be a long-term based relationship, rest of it will follow. But anyway, for the purpose of articulating, I will still articulate. The second expectation is on the inventory management. As you might have heard, and none other than you knows it better, challenges on inventory has been there, and I think in last 2 years it has never been heard of. Those are the kind of challenges that we have faced. Never heard of kind challenges we have faced. So we expect, because you are the source of manufacturing, you are the source of inventory control. We are sandwiched between you and our customers, and therefore we pile up at times, and we are also in shortage. So there are 2 types of problems in the inventory side of our electronics space: shortage or excess. So kindly help us. We expect that strategic partners will give us solutions for managing inventory in a better way than we have been doing in the last 2 years. The third is the lead time and the order flexibility. That is something that is need of the hour. For last 2 years, it has been all managed by, or maybe the most of it has been managed by us, so for example, in our industry. But then we would also expect you to partner with us in form of inventory management and lead time. Lead time is a root cause of the higher inventory, so as to say, one of the root causes. So kindly help us in that too. On the quality side, it is also very important that we don't expect a quality issue or a quality challenge in any of the products that we develop for our customers using your products. So kindly take a note of that too. On the technology side, I think you will hear it from some of our senior leaders on the technology side, but still I will want to make a point here. Demonstrate latest advanced technology roadmaps. That is something that we expect you to tell us, keep on telling us, keep on informing us as to what all technology advancements you are going to make, so that we can take use of that technology advancement that you are going to make. First time right approach. This is very, very critical. Customer doesn't give any second chance nowadays. Kindly propose the solutions that are first time right. This third expectation is that we keep getting continuously notifications on legacy, end of life, part change notifications, part terminations and all. So if we remain informed, our engineering remains informed, we would be in a much better position and in a state to use your parts and to propose a better solution to our customers, and therefore win more business for you as well as for us. The fourth one is the local field application engineering support. I'm sure the electronics suppliers who are here know it very well. Without local field application support, it is very, very difficult to take the product in application. Kindly help us in that too. From here, I will move to the initiative that we are undergoing. I talked about two major initiatives, one of which is supply rationalization. Rationalization, as the word says, it would be rationalized. Many times it would be adding, but most of the times it would be deleting. So in a way, there would be a supplier consolidation or rationalization scheme of things that would be happening. What does it mean for our supplier partners? Let me tell you. Currently we have about 700 suppliers, and we want to operate with not more than 400 suppliers or 450 at max. Our endeavor would be to bring it down to 400 or even below. But for the sake of keeping a target, I'm saying let us take it 450. But at the same time, our spend will be roughly at 5,000 crores, as I said earlier. So what does it mean? It means in terms of per supplier spend for us, it would almost be 3 times, or maybe in some categories it would be 4 to 5 times. So just see the opportunity that we carry for you in our business. Starting with 3 to 4 crores per supplier, it will go up to 10 to 11 crores in next 3 years. By virtue of two things. One is the growth in the revenue that we will see, and the second would be the number of suppliers will start coming down with us. So 3 to 4 times growth in per supplier spend over next 3 years. What an opportunity you have with us. I'm sure you will be all excited. With this, I think I'm moving to the next part. This is to facilitate you all. We are following, or we are on the path of digitalization in our supply chain, not just in supply chain, but in the other aspects of our business also. But then, since we are on the supply chain, we are in the supply chain conference, I will talk about the supply chain, digitalization piece. Currently, to begin with, and there are many, many initiatives other than this, even in supply chain, but I would want to focus on the supplier portal that we are developing and actually upgrading ourselves in a big way. In the month of June, you will witness, and some of you would have already witnessed that some of your team members have been invited for training. So currently we are working on that, but before I take you to the timeline, let me talk about what will it promise you. So the first is, the communication to you would be very, very collaborative and would be on time. Any change is it visible? I think it's not. Is it visible? Okay. So the platform, the supplier portal will provide a collaborative platform for our suppliers for effective communication and better transparency. The information would be passed on in real time and almost downloaded from our ERP system, say for example. So it would be in real time and would be from the source of truth. So it would be very transparent information that you will keep getting from through our supplier portal. The second one would be that we will witness transactional. Okay, so I'm not able to read it from here. But anyway, you will witness there would be no transactional gaps. So what do we mean by transactional gaps? Currently, say for example, if some of our buyers from the plant might tell you, okay, supply me 500 numbers, but by the time you send, hey, why didn't you send us 1,000 numbers? But now it would be all on record because it would be automatically communicated to you. Okay, and since there would be no information delay, it would be good for you also to review your data, review your performance on supply or maybe even on other parameters with us. You will also be able to see the payment advices and all that, so that you remain updated with what's happening with your business in our company. So that would be another advantage. And some of your processes will also get eliminated. So for example, there would be a barcode printing which would enable you to make automatic invoices, and it would help you to reduce some of your transactions and some of the manpower that is involved there and some of the efforts. We have divided our supply chain portal progression in 2 phases primarily. Actually, there would be third one also, but I will talk about only 2 for the moment, which would be completed in between June and August of this year. We would be going live with our supplier portal. What will it do for us? It will first of all automate the transactional level activities. So for example, there would be an automatic GRN that would report that will go to you. There would be plan versus actual status that you can always download. There would be a backlog and pendency report that can come out of it for a review. Payment advices and quality reports, etc., would also be very easily accessible from the supplier portal. In the phase 2, which starts in September of 23, it would be mostly on onboarding the communication part, meaning we can send drawings, you can send contracts. So the transaction, other than the very basic level of transaction, we will be upgrading our vendor portal to enable us to give you documents, solicit your documents, say for example PPAP documents. So this would be an added on feature in this year only we are going to complete it. So please watch it out and make the maximum use of it. I encourage you all to ask your teams to make best use of the supplier portal that is going to come your way very soon in this month. On the key fundamentals of sustainable business, that is something that I wanted to talk about. Doing business with us on a sustainable basis, it's very important that we follow these 4 ground rules. Of course, we talked about core values, vision and mission, but then it is also a derivative of it, but then few other things are also there. Some of the business related things are there. So first is values. Values are very important. So kindly maintain ethical code of conduct. Adherence to systems and processes, that's very important. Our quality, our leaders will speak to you very soon on this, but our expectation is that you remain aligned with the systems and processes. People that you have in your organization, kindly do take care of them and be promising to us or promise to us that you will have trained, passionate and capable suppliers. That is the fundamental of doing sustainable business with us and for that matter with any customer. Quality first culture, the last one, is very important. I'm sure there is a quality culture thing happening, but is it who own it? Is it only the quality head or the business leader? So kindly do think over it. We'll talk about it in a while. This is very important. This is the recipe of new business award. Some of us, actually, it looks very simple, but it is very powerful. On the left hand side, on this side of the half circle, or the quarter circle, this quarter circle talks about objectively measured parameters. The first one is pricing, which is, as we say, our theme also says cost and quality. So pricing is in reference to you. So pricing is something that is objectively measured while we do the business award. Quality, definitely it is expected that it would be aviation level quality. The third is the delivery, on-time delivery. Vendor portal will further help us to see how many of us are delivering on time perfectly in the numbers as we ask and with the right quality. So we will be objectively, we do it, but then going forward it would be even more intensely done objectively through tools like supplier portal, SAP and all. So this quadrant will be objectively measured. The right hand side quadrant, which is response, development and commitment, these would be subjectively measured. And the resultant of both these quadrants or these 6 line items or these 6 pillars would help us to evaluate whether our suppliers are or any particular supplier is worthy to be awarded a business or not. So kindly do keep it as a secret sauce for winning business. This is the framework to win business. I mean, it's open secret, but then it is very powerful. This page talks about the expectations. Let me go back a little bit. The development, first time right development. Once we win business, what matters is how quickly and with what level of quality we deliver. So this talks about the new product development, first of all, the challenges. Within this or beneath this, there is a pain. There is a little bit of pain. Why am I talking about new product development? Because there is a little bit of pain at the back end of this slide. What we expect is the new product development starts right from RFQ. We would want you to engage early with our teams. We would also expect a faster response. Nowadays, customer doesn't give weeks for us to send back the quotations, for example. So kindly do support us in faster response on our RFQs. Commercials, on the commercials, in order to be fast, we would want standardization. It should not show up that, today we are charging this much, tomorrow we are charging that much. So it should be standardized and standardized with a way that it is competitive. It helps us to win business from our customers. Please do understand that. On the FMEA side, we talk about FMEA is a great deal, but then in real, I think there is a lot of work to be done in this space. So it will help us to increase the first time right, or the pitched value, as we call it. The tooling development, we want absolutely on-time tooling development, and in fact, before development. I'm sure Arvind would be expecting me to tell this, that we want ahead of our customers. We want to be there with our customer, with the solution in front of them, ahead of the time expected from us. So you have to support us in getting that done. Kindly do that. The final one is the PPAP, the production part approval process. We expect that this paper-related, the documentation, which has to be in sync with the activities on the floor, must be accurate at all times. Nowadays, for every small deviation from PPAP, customer gives penalty and also recalls. Kindly do not deviate from what is written on your PPAP documents versus what's happening on the floor. This would be very, very criminal. Customers are getting very, very nervous about it whenever they hear that there has been some change, even if it is a very minor change. So kindly maintain that. It has to be accurate documentation that is done and submitted to us, and which would be further submitted to our end customer. With that said, I conclude. I think I have taken a little longer than what I expected, but with that, I thank you. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.